$2,340. That's your net worth. Not your savings, your net worth. Everything you own minus everything you owe. You ran the number at 1:17 a.m. on a Tuesday. You did the math twice because the first answer didn't feel right. It was right. You are 27 years old. You have a job, you have a degree, you have a credit score that your bank calls good. You are doing everything the system told you to do, and the system has processed you into $2,340. This is not a story about bad luck. This is not a story about laziness. This is a story about architecture. The middle-class trap was not built to punish you. It was built to contain you. And it works not because you're weak, but because it was engineered by people who understood compounding long before you did. You don't know that yet, so you keep going. The trap doesn't announce itself. That's the first thing to understand. At this level, money is not a tool. It is a temperature. Either you have enough and the anxiety is background noise, or you don't, and it's the only sound in the room. You move $300 to savings on the 1st. You move it back on the 14th. The number resets. The month resets. You reset. You get a raise. $4,800 a year before taxes. It arrives as $289 extra per month. You feel it for 11 days. Then the car registration is due. Then the dentist. Then the thing you forgot about until it became urgent. Parkinson's law. Expenses expand to fill whatever space income creates. Nobody teaches you this. The trap depends on you not knowing it. Here is what the trap looks like at this level. It has no walls. That's why it works. You are not imprisoned. You are on a treadmill. The speed increases every year. Rent, inflation, insurance, the quiet creep of the life you were sold, and you run faster to stay in the same place. You call this stability. The system calls it captured. The first law. At zero, your financial decisions are entirely emotional, and emotional decisions compound in the wrong direction. You feel guilt when you spend. You feel fear when you save. You feel shame when you compare. None of these feelings produce a return. All of them produce friction. Friction is where the trap feeds. The exit from level 1 is not a raise. It is a reframe. Money is not safety. Money is information. The moment you stop spending to feel better and start deploying to build signal, that is the moment the treadmill slows. Not stops, slows. Most people never make that shift, not because they can't, because the treadmill is loud, and the reframe requires silence you cannot buy at this level. You made it here by doing what you were told. Max the 401k match, build the emergency fund, avoid lifestyle inflation, contribute to the Roth. You did all of it. You opened the spreadsheet, you ran the projections, you followed the script. And then one night, you follow the script all the way to the end. You project 35 years of disciplined saving at your current income. You stare at the number. It is fine, it is enough, it is not what you want. It is not even close. This is the competence plateau. You have become excellent at surviving inside the system. You have not yet learned to build outside it. The trap at this level is invisible because it looks like success. You have a 401k, you have equity, you have a LinkedIn profile that says senior something. The trap wears a suit at level 2. It tells you you're winning. You're not losing, but you are not building. The second law. A salary is a ceiling dressed up as a floor. The moment you see it clearly, you cannot unsee it. Here is what the ceiling looks like in numbers. At $95,000 a year over 35 years of investing with average market returns, you retire with approximately $1.4 million. At 4% withdrawal, that is $56,000 a year. Before taxes, in $2060. That is the destination the system has designed for you. That is what following the rules produces. The exit from level 2 is not a promotion. It is a parallel system, a side income stream, a rental unit, a business that earns while you earn. Not because hustle is noble, because leverage is the only mechanism that breaks the salary ceiling. The people who escape level 2 don't work harder than the people who stay. They build something that works when they don't. At level 2, you begin to feel the gap between where you are and where a salary alone will ever take you. That gap is not a failure. That gap is the information you needed. Something shifts here. Your investment accounts return $11,400 in a single year. You didn't do anything. The money did. You have months where your side income exceeds your paycheck. You understand what an asset is, not theoretically, not from a book, physically. Something you built or bought that earns in your absence. Your relationship with time changes. Every hour that does not compound starts to feel like a cost. At $300,000 net worth, you begin to feel the trap from the outside. You can see its edges. You understand now why the system was designed the way it was, not maliciously, structurally. The trap doesn't need malice, it needs compliance. And compliance was trained into you before you could read. You start saying no to the destination wedding you'd need to liquidate something to afford, to the group trip where 4 people split costs equally and you quietly subsidize 3 of them, to the business pitch from someone who uses the word opportunity more than the word margin. The friction in the relationships is real. You feel it. You stay quiet and you say no anyway. The third law: below $500,000, you are still buying assets. Above it, assets begin buying each other. This is where the compounding geometry changes. A $400,000 portfolio growing at 9% annually adds $36,000 this year without your labor. Next year, it adds $39,000. The year after that, $43,000. The machine is no longer metaphorical. It is a real operating mechanism producing real capital while you sleep. And the people at $2,340, the person you were at the beginning of this, cannot see it from where they stand. Not because it's hidden, because it requires a vantage point they haven't reached. The exit from level 3 is not an event. It is an accumulation of no's. Every no to lifestyle inflation is a yes to the machine. Every month you don't upgrade is a month the machine runs uninterrupted. It happens on a Tuesday. No ceremony, no arrival. Your brokerage updates and the number crosses $1 million. You stare at it. You thought you would feel different. There is a quiet satisfaction. Then almost immediately, it's not enough. Not frantically, clinically. $1 million at a 4% withdrawal rate is $40,000 a year. That is not freedom. That is the starting point. The milestone was never the destination. It was the proof of concept. This is where the trap changes shape entirely. The financial trap is largely behind you. The identity trap is in front of you. Because the person who built the machine, the one who said no, who lived below their means, who reinvested everything, that person no longer fits the world they grew up in. The conversations are different. The priorities are incompatible. The things that absorbed your attention no longer translate. The fourth law: wealth is not what you accumulate, it is what you no longer have to do. Above $2 million, money stops being a source of anxiety. It becomes a resource. The way time is a resource. The way attention is a resource. You stop thinking about your checking balance. You think about allocation. You stop managing a budget. You manage a position. The trap at level 4 is not financial. It's philosophical. Because the system you were raised inside, the one that told you a salary was safety, that a 401k was freedom, that a pension was the destination, that system is now fully visible to you. And you cannot explain what you see to the people still inside it, not without sounding like someone's villain. So you say nothing. You observe. You build. At $5 million, you are no longer working for capital. Capital is working for you. The distinction sounds abstract. It is not. It is the entire distance between level 1 and level 4, 30 feet and 30 years, the same arithmetic running in opposite directions. You are back at the beginning. $2,340, 1:17 a.m., a Tuesday. The number on the screen that felt like a verdict. It was not a verdict. It was a coordinate. The trap is real, the architecture is real, the engineering behind it is patient and precise and has been running longer than you have been alive. But here is the cold logic the trap never accounts for. It was designed for the average distribution of compliance. It was not designed for the person who understands the mechanism. The exit is not dramatic. It is not a single decision. It is a sequence. Reframe money as information, not emotion. Build a parallel system before you need it. Accumulate assets with compounding properties. Protect capital with the same intensity you once spent protecting your comfort. Say no early and often. The machine is not waiting for you to be ready. It opened this morning. It opened for the person at $2,340. It opened for the person at $300,000. It opened for the person who built the machine. It opens every morning for whoever shows up. The question is never whether the machine runs. The question is whether it runs for you or on you.